So I thought I would just go ahead and record another video of me modeling some division problems, this time with two-digit divisors. This right here is the standard for 5th grade. This is what students are supposed to be successful with. 3-digit divided by 2-digit and 4-digit numbers divided by 2-digit numbers. So I thought I would model those. These are the types of problems that will be on the quiz when we get to that point. So when I look at this one, and again I'm doing traditional or horizontal, I've had some kids, I've heard some conversations about how they feel like they need to do it this way because this is the easy way. These are actually all the same steps. It is completely the same process. The only thing that the horizontal method does for them is keep things neat and organized. A lot of kids run into problems over here if they're not keeping their numbers lined up and stuff. This just keeps it organized for them. They're doing all the same steps. This is not a simpler way to do it per se. It's just a more organized way to do the exact same process. A lot of kids are really experiencing success with this, and I'm seeing their confidence increasing. I will never tell them that they have to do it this way. If this is the way that's making sense, they can use this going forward. That's not an issue. So here I'm looking at, I know that 32 can't go into 3. In this case, normally we would write the 0 times 33 is 0, and we would subtract. I've also told kids that if they know that that's the case, they can just cross out the 3 and bring it over. So that's going to come over here. Here we're looking at the 37. You can go in one time. 1 times 32 is 32. 37 minus 32 is 5. Here we bring down the 8. Here we bring up the 5. I happen to know that 32 and 32 is 64, so it's only going to be one time again. 8 minus 2 is 6. 5 minus 3 is 2. So our answer is 32, or sorry, no, I'm reading the wrong thing. Our answer is 11 with that remainder of 26. I know that I am finished because my remainder is less than the divisor. There's been some confusion about whether or not we can have a 2-digit remainder. We absolutely can, as long as it's less than the divisor we started with. There's also not another digit to bring down, so I know that I'm finished. Again, I can check my answer, but with multiplication, I can do 32 times 11. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. Drop the 0. 1 times 2. 1 times 3. I get 352, but if I add in that 26, I get the 378 that I started with, so I know that that is my correct answer. Let's take a look at this one. The double-digit divisors have been a bit more intimidating, but as the kids are getting comfortable with this process, again, I'm seeing their confidence increase. So here I know it can't go into 8. I'm going to just bring the 8 over. Here I'm going to just look at the 8 one time. 89 minus 55 is 34. 1 times 55. In this case, the 34 comes up here. So I have started talking to them, if they're doing this method, about starting to make their boxes a little wider, because sometimes you will have 3 digits in the box when you're doing traditional. So 55 times, or into 345. So I've kind of talked to them about mental estimation. Like, I know this is close to 350, and I know that 7 times 50 would be 350. I know that's going to be too much. So I'm going to try 55 times 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 5 is 30 again, but add the 3 is 33. 5 minus 0, 4 minus 3. Okay, in this case, the 15 comes up. In this case, the 7 comes down. Okay, I know that 350s would be 150, and 3 more 5s would be 15 on top of that, so that would be 165. 350s would be 150. 3 more 5s on that would be another 15. That'd be 165. That's too much. So I'm going to have to go with 2 here, which would be 110. So my answer would be 162 with the remainder of 47. Again, there's not another digit to bring down, so I know that I'm done subtracting and dividing. And my remainder is less than the divisor. So my answer is 162, remainder 47. I'm going to go ahead and just check that. 5 times 5. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 2 is 32. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. Drop my 0 as a placeholder. 5 times 5 is 25. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 2 is 32. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. That gets me... Oh, do you see what I did here? I did 165, not 162. These are all good teachable moments. We have this conversation frequently about double checking our work. So I completely copied the problem wrong. So we're going to try again. I'm just going to keep that little whoopsies in there. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 1 is 31. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. Drop my 0. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 6 is 30 plus 1 is 31. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 3 is 8. So I'm at 8,910, but I need to add in the 47, which gives me the 8,957 that I started with. Now I know my answer is correct. So these are the two methods. Hope that's helpful. As always, let me know if you have questions.